Yay, through my random fusings, I actually fused a Zhao Dongen, so I'm like, it'll be good to have a really high-level persona, and it turns out it's gonna get me Sandalphon of the Moon Arcana. So that worked out pretty well. I turned the inability to have anything into the ability to have everything, kind of. Also, this persona has potential. Okay, I have 4 spells, and I have every single Dyne, Megadoleon, Mind Charge, Amps, Firm Stance, and Spellmaster. Can I just overwrite the 3 spells it already has and just take like 8 of these instead? I have Fire Amp and a Wind Amp, so I guess I'll give it Magarudyne, Wind Amp, Firm Stance, and Spellmaster. That seems like the best. Enduring Soul is good, but it's only good if I die. So assuming that I don't die, it's useless. Completely useless. So hopefully with Firm Stance, that won't be a problem. Alright, what all do you learn? Your magic stats getting up there. It's still not great, but it's getting up there. Adnayastra, kind of not fitting in with everything else. It doubles evasion rate, however, I can never evade with Firm Stance. So, I'll keep Angelic Grace for now, in case I fuse it onto something else. I'm gonna get rid of Summer Red Charm. However, on this persona, Angelic Grace is doing me absolutely nothing. Endure Dark, that can replace Mahaman, I suppose. Actually, you know what, let's replace Amrita. Oh, and then Repel Dark will be next. Alright. Still, that persona, there is potential in that persona, especially with that moveset that I gave it. Like, it wasn't bad to begin with, like, it's a persona. However, whoa, yeah, with that moveset, we're talking some things now. Alright, so I guess if I fuse that away immediately with Jin and Mata, I will get myself Azura of the Sun Arcana. Alright. You have really high strength, so I guess I will give you Firm Stance, because everybody needs Firm Stance. Adnayastra. I don't need Akasha Arts in that case. So you can have Wind Amp and Magarudyne, I suppose. I mean, your magic stat's only 2 behind your strength stat, so it's not like it's a bad choice. But it seems like a very unfocused persona. It's trying to do 2 things alright, instead of trying to do 1 thing really, really well. The advantage of having a persona deck in this game is you can have a whole bunch of very, very, very specialized personas. Like you have a very, very good fire persona, a very, very good physical persona, a very, very good wind persona, a very, very, very good light and dark persona. But you don't want all your personas to be doing all sorts of different things. It's just not really worth it. Because that's what you have the deck for. You have the deck so you can have a whole bunch of different personas. Also, why do you learn Spellmaster instead of Arms Master? Okay. Well, Azura, you are weird. You are weird. I thought you were a more physical-based persona. That's what I'm making you to be, I suppose. And then Ara Habaki is the only other one I can have? Alright, well that wasn't a bad little chain once we fused Sandalphon. Alrighty, guys. So, you can see I have a lot of personas here that I've purchased. First off, if we take Nebulos and we add it with Belial, that is a special fusion that is the only way in the game to fuse Alice of the Death Arcana, who we still need to fuse. So what can we give her? We can give her Firm Stance, Maragidyne, and Automarakukaja? Kana? No, Dekaja. Dekaja sounds like a much better idea. Yeah. And that's a really high magic stat for level 72. 56? I guess it's not really high. It's pretty high, however. Give her a good magic growth rate and we'll be good. Oh, not there. Wow, okay, maybe her magic growth rate isn't great, considering we have yet to receive a single magic increase. Megadola, that's old. Wow, not a single one. Not a single one. Alright, we will get rid of... I guess we don't... I don't think they need to know... Well, Dekunda and Dekaja is kind of nice. I'll get rid of Endure Light, because that's just, like, not really a concern. She learns Die for me, though, which is, I believe that's an Alice exclusive spell. It's very much like Samsara on Daisojo, which is an instant kill light spell. As long as the opponent isn't resistant to it. I'm quite sure that Die for me is exactly the same. But, yeah, instant kill to darkness, with no darkness resistance. Alright, next is a triangle fusion between Fornius, Sandman, and Eligor. It just so happens if you do a triangle fusion and you fuse Hermit and Strength together, and as long as your Chariot persona is the highest level of the three of them, that will lead to a Judgment persona. And the lowest level Judgment persona is Anubis. So we can fuse Anubis with these extremely low level personas. So Anubis is not very expensive to fuse at all, but what he's going to be receiving is patently terrible. And I'll give you Rakunda, why not? Sorry Anubis, I'm never gonna use you, but your moveset is now terrible. Only fuse Anubis with such low-level personas if you're only fusing him for your compendium. If you actually want to use him, don't do it this way, his moveset will suck. Poison Arrow, Mustard Bomb. What's with all these, like, status ailment strength spells you're learning? We can get rid of Madoon, I guess. For some reason, I want to keep Agigaru and Bufu. I guess I think it's kind of funny. I don't think we need Hama on. So we are going to learn Mahama on. Let's replace Rakunda. Why the heck not? There. What a great persona we have now. No, we don't have a great persona now. Alright, and the next 5 that I have are actually for a Pentagon spread. Futsunushi of the Chariot Arcana. If you take those 4 Chariot personas and then Netro Shogun, you can fuse this guy, who looks pretty mad. He does not look pleased with his situation. Firm Stance, Automaraku, Automataru, and then Brave Blade, I guess, severe damage, and I don't even know. High counter. That made sense. His strength's actually decently high, but he is level 80, so I could have given him Revolution, but Chie has Revolution, however, so he doesn't need it. That's pretty cool, the thing you did with your swords there. Apt Pupil, alright, I'll take that, actually. I will replace... I guess we have 2 severe damages, so I'll replace Primal Force. I like Brave Blade. Null Dizzy, I don't care about, so we'll just replace that immediately. Just get rid of it. Ally Dance? What's that? Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take it. I guess I'll replace Automaraku. And then Arms Master, I guess I'll replace Automataru with that. Because, I mean, those auto spells are only good for the first 3 turns of the battle. After that, they're just 2 spells that just take up space and are useless. I'd rather actually waste the turn and put on Mataru Kaja, rather than have Automataru Kaja, in this case. Alright, so unless there's something that I can fuse just by virtue of having it, which there isn't, we're going to go buy some more. Alrighty, with another Hexagon fusion, we still need to do Yoshitsune, however, which we actually can do right after this, but we have Yatsufusa right now with all of those personas, a couple hanged, but really a big variety. I love this persona with the balls and the stuff, you know what I mean, with the... you see it. It's cool, he collected all the Dragon Balls, except these ones have kanji on them. And he's an animal. I think his design's super cool, personally. He's super low leveled for us now, though. I don't know, I never really felt like, on any of my playthroughs of the Persona, like Persona 3 and 4, I never felt the need to do a Hexagon fusion or a Pentagon fusion while I was actually like playing through the game. So these lower level personas I never really got to see until I was at the end and I was just working in my compendium. Which is kind of a sad statement, but at the same time at least I still get to see them. And they still have a use in filling out the compendium. Alright, so going back to normal spread now, with Baron and with Rhonda, that is another special fusion, the only way to fuse Shiva of the Tower Arcana. The only way. Wow, you only get one skill, and it's like nothing. Okay, well you can have Mepatra, Maradion, I guess. Though your strength is way higher than your magic, and yet you only have magic skills to start with. Oh yeah! He's dancing to the beat of his own drum, that's for sure. Okay, Shiva, you do that. You just keep on dancing, I'll keep on fusing, and I'll get to Scotland before you. Spellmaster, that would be a very nice card to have. Megadoleon next. Yeah, why are you learning so many good magic spells when... What the heck is that? Pralaya. We're about to find out whatever the heck it is. Wow! I've never seen that before, but I want it. Maybe that's why he has high strength, because that's the only physical move he needs is Pralaya? Dang. That's pretty neato. However, we actually need to go back to our compendium, because Shiva himself, being a special fusion, is also part of a special fusion. And if we take Parvati, I do believe it is. Is it Parvati? I certainly hope so. We're about to find out. I think it's Parvati. Fuse personas. Yes! Parvati and Shiva put together makes Ardha of the Judgment Arcana. Level 90, dang. Who can now learn many things. Like Spellmaster, Megadoleon, Magarodine, or Maziodine. I guess we'll do Maziodine? We'll try it. Alright, Arda, show me what you got. No, I certainly won't be. You're like two people fused together. It looks like Shiva on the left and Parvati on the right, kinda. I wonder if that's like in the lore. I admit I don't know my mythology very well, so it could very well be like this is a very mythological thing going on here, and people know what's going on and I don't. But that's just it. I don't. Angelic Grace. Alrighty. We'll replace Medea Rahan with that. I have Yukiko for that after all. That is good, and that Ardha now has double the evasion to everything. And then I can have another persona that has Firm Stance, which is half damage to everything. Oh, you can tell we're really getting close to the end here, based on the fact that even with all those nice personas, there's nothing new we can fuse. What's our percentage? 91. In my quest for personas, I came across this fusion for Metatron, which I'm perfectly happy to take, considering Judgment personas are quite difficult to fuse. And he's gonna get a pretty rockin' moveset by the look of it, too. You could have Firm Stance, and I'm gonna give him Ally Dance, because why not? And then we're gonna give him... Wait, what's his stats like? Ooh, pretty average, actually. Like, pretty across the board the same. So we're gonna give him Magarodine, Maziodine, and then... Or Magarodine Wind Amp, that's even better. That's a much better idea. And then Ally Dance and Firm Stance. Do I want Ally Dance and High Counter? That could be crazy. What if we Sorry, this is actually like a persona that I might consider using. High Counter, Ally Dance, Firm Stance, and Arms Master, maybe? Let's hope we get some physical skills in here besides just Megadoleon, considering that's not physical. Because we're making this guy pretty physical, pretty physically oriented. I like his wings. Megadoleon isn't for 3 levels though, so the chances of what else we can get are kind of low. Megadoleon repel ice. Alright, that's random. Are you just learning repel everything? Replace Mahama on. And repel fire! Wow! So you repel everything except physical and darkness in 1 more level. And people have half the chance to hit you. Wow, you're like a beast of a persona there. Dang. Next on the fusing block is our first Hexagon spread, actually, which is going to be Trumpeter, because Trumpeter is actually required for another Hexagon spread, Mahakala, that I can't fuse yet. They actually share a lot of the same stuff. Matador, White Rider, and Daisojo are in each of them. But Trumpeter, I fuse you. What else can I give you that'd be like super good? No, there's no skills that I want to like keep around. So in that case, I'll just give you all the Makaja spells. So I mean, those are always handy to fuse onto other personas. Hey, Trumpeter, you look scary. You can't talk either. Alright, Cool Breeze. Quite a rare skill. Yeah, I guess we can get rid of Megadola for that. Don't really need it. Megadoleon, I have so many personas that have Megadoleon at this point, I don't even think I'm going to give it to him. I think I'm just going to get rid of it. Debilitate is... Wow, really? You learned Debilitate and that's your card? Okay, well that's kind of disappointing, but... just me, I guess. Up next, another Hexagon spread, and probably the most expensive persona to fuse in the game, if I had to guess, would be Lucifer. Basically, all of his personas that make him up cost 40 to 50,000 each. So this is at least 250,000, probably closer to a 300,000 yen persona. Lucifer himself. Alright, look at those stats, though. And he comes as level 93. They can barely list all his persona stuff up top. Alright, so he knows Bufudine already. And his magic stat is super good. He has all the autos. I'm gonna give him Firm Stance, I think. So he can never evade. But then what's the other amp that I have? I have Elect amp. And he's gonna learn Ice. Well, but I could give him all those repels. Repel Ice and Elect. And he doesn't repel either of them. Repel Ice, repel Electricity. Do I want to give you the amp or should I just leave you as Bufu? I think I'm just gonna leave him as Bufu. Give him Firm Stance. Give him High Counter. And... it's always handy to have Megadoleon, I guess. Even though I didn't give it to that last persona, but... this persona has so much potential, though I'm probably going to end up overriding something with Ice Amp anyway. You're big. Alright, thanks, Lucifer. That's some pretty nice toilet paper you have wrapped around yourself there. I like it a lot. What all are you gonna learn? Ice Amp can replace... I wonder if Firm Stance and High Counter don't mix. I'd hate to know that you can't, like... you can't evade and you also can't reflect. That would suck. Spellmaster... you can replace Brave Blade. I don't need that. Repel Light. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. You can replace... do I want Ice Amp on him? I guess I do. Megadoleon. Sure. Absorb Electricity is in 2 levels. So what's his level 99 skill then? I have to know. if I'm going to absorb instead of reflect electric victory cry. Of course it is. Victory cry, for those of you who don't know, I think I will just let the game... Oh, I can't let the game speak for itself there. I can here, however. Okay, Lucifer, what's victory cry? Yup, after every single battle, it fully restores your HP and your SP. Pretty crazy skill. Pretty crazy skill. There's nothing I confuse with those, right? I didn't think so. Either way, there's the most expensive persona in the game, who also happens to learn Victory Cry. Well, I think he's the most expensive. Just because Lucifer was expensive, however, doesn't mean that other personas are cheap, because Mahakala was also extremely expensive with all of those personas. All of them in their 60s except for Matador, or 70s at least. Another very expensive. However, there is a lot of swords involved, so it really can't be that bad, right? What all do I even want to give you? I don't... Mamudoon... Marakunda, Tadakaja... Wow, okay, yeah, sure, why not? We do it. Just skills that I might want to pass on to future personas, essentially. Except Mamudoon, that one I didn't really care too much about, but... Okay, Mind Charge... I don't think you need. I think I'd much rather have you have Power Charge. Maragidine? Sure, that can replace Agidine. Pretty straightforward. Oh, you already have Power Charge. In that case, I'm just going to replace Mamudoon. Fire Amp can replace Agidine if I get to Fire Amp. Wait. You just had Mamudoon and I got rid of it. Get that out of here. I don't need that. Alright, Mahakala. Thank you very much. We do still have one more Hexagon fusion, so we might as well get it out of the way, and that's Beelzebub, who is terrifying looking. A nice little bug, who's not very little at all. Okay, Firm Stance. I'll just give you the Dines, and then... High Counter, I suppose. Oh, I'm not looking forward to seeing this one in 3D. And we'll let the whole Hexagon play out. Because that's a whole lot of personas, that is. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you're pretty attractive. Also, you have the exact same line as Lucifer. Nice one, Beelzebub. Beelzebub. He's scary. Primal Force, but your strength is worse than your magic. I'd rather have you have the Dines. Mamudoon, I almost gave that to you, but you don't need that either. That's what I have Naoto for. Endure Light? That's what I have Homunculi for. Why would you need to endure me as well? Mudo Boost? You don't have Mudoon. That's what I have Naoto for. And then Megadoleon. What a very... common moveset that is. Alright, well thank you Beelzebub. It was your, however you say your name. As it seems like we're finishing off the more than 3 Persona fusions right now. Yoshitsune is the only 5 Persona that we have yet to fuse. Can I put nice things? Oh, I can put so many nice things on you, it's not even funny. I can put Firm Stance, and I saw other things like... Well, Angelic Grace doesn't really work with Firm Stance, though. Ooh. I think I still prefer Firm Stance. Always taking half damage as opposed to double the evasion rate. I think I still prefer Firm Stance. And then there's all these nice spells that you can have, like Myriad Arrows, and... Dekunda, and Dekaja, and Null Physical. Though you're already Null Physical, but I can give it to somebody else in the future, if I so desire to, I guess, now. Okay, Yoshitsune. That's some pretty nice armor you got there. Also, you called me your friend, so... You're alright in my book. Oh, you learn Heat Riser. Dang! That would have been nice to have a long time ago, so in that way, this persona might not be bad for like a mid-level. I think I'll get rid of Dekunda. For like a mid-level, like, I don't know, Magatsu Inaba level persona, somewhere around there, that wouldn't be bad. Repel electricity, wait. You already repel electricity. You think I'm gonna fall for that? That was a mean trick. That was. Get rid of Elecamp. You're not a magic persona, you're a strength persona. And you have your own special skill that I am interested in seeing what it does. Because I have no idea. Okay, guy. Light physical damage to all foes 8 times. Not 1 to 8 times, always 8 times. Dang. It's light physical damage, but that still sounds fantastic. I wish I had that. And the very last many persona is Tamlin, who should also be the very last sun persona that we need, who's fused by the 4 sun personas below him. Alright, Tamlin. You are low level, so I don't really care what you get. There. That'll do. There was nothing in there that I'm like, oh, this looks interesting to fuse onto a persona in the future, either. So, after this, basically we have to do Jester and Aeon. We're really lacking in the Jester and Aeon personas, but other than that, we're done with every arcana except for Empress, because we have yet to max out Margaret's social link. And we can't fuse the final Empress persona until we do so. But we'll take care of that in short order, and then we'll be able to fuse that persona as well. I don't really care about any of this stuff. Evade physical isn't bad. I'll get rid of single shot for that, I guess. And then, wow, you learn Enduring Soul at 59. Dang, I think that's the earliest I've seen Enduring Soul on anything. Okay, well, you have a little bit of potential as a persona then. Alrighty, not bad, not bad. If you take a Magician and an Emperor, and then you cross it with an Empress, you get a Hunger persona, or a Jester persona, if you so prefer. And we have yet to fuse even the lowest level of those, which would be Takemina Kata, which you can just have all of that. It's also worth noting that the Hunger Arcana is still ranked 9 as well. So we don't have the final persona of the Hunger Arcana at this point either. So those are two personas. There's 2 personas that we can't fuse right now. The final persona of the Jester/Hunger Arcana, and then the final persona of the Empress Arcana. The Empress will be available to us very quickly, however, because we're not leaving this Velvet Room until the Empress Arcana is maxed. Well, that's basically true. Actually, in order to get the Arcana to rank up, you have to step outside the Velvet Room. So it's basically true that we won't be leaving, but in reality, we'll be leaving every single time. Alrighty, and now that we have some high-level and some low-level Hunger personas, we can do the same fusion, where we fuse a Hunger with a Hunger, and Satan Taisei plus Chernobog equals the persona that's lower level than they are, Kumhanda. Which isn't bad, because basically we'll be able to just resummon Satan Taisei, and then fuse that with our new Kumhanda, and that should give us Baphomet. Or we can actually even just buy Chernobog again. Because if we fused Satan Taisei with... How do I want to do this? I'm trying to think, because I need to get... So this is Kumhanda, I still have Baphomet, and I still have Loa that I need to get as well. So I'm thinking if I fuse my Kumhanda with my Baphomet... Then... Yeah, no, what I can do is I can fuse my Satan Taisei with my Takemina Kata. And that should give me Baphomet, I believe. Because right now, this gives me Loa. Which actually isn't that bad. We're going to buy Satan Taisei again, however, because I'm pretty sure this is going to work. I'm kind of just doing quick math in my head here, but I think it's going to work. That's only 41,000 too. That's pretty cheap for how far along we are in the compendium now. Okay, so let's see here. If I go to normal fusion and I do Satan Taisei, I can get Baphomet this way. and then when I fuse it with my other Hunger persona that I have, it should give me Loa, and we'll just be done. Boom, Hunger Arcana out of the way, just like that. I love it when you can take personas that you've already fused and then fuse them together to make new personas as well. It's so cost effective, which is actually something I'm really worried about right now, because even though I was at 1.7 million, like I grinded even more money, I'm under 500,000 right now. So like we're getting to that point of gotta be careful with my money, so I don't want to run out right at the end. And I think there's actually still some costumes I need. Yes! Put the two of them together, we get Loa. It's perfect. Wow, those stats seem so low nowadays. And that was only level 40. I mean, that doesn't seem like it's really that long ago. And yet, it really is. Also, there's a snake in a skull. Don't make anything of it. All of these personas are also only getting 4 levels instead of 5, because the Hunger Arcana isn't maxed out. Mudo boost? Meh. Oh, we don't even get it anyway, because we're only getting 4 levels. Alright, so that's Hunger Arcana. Well, minus the very, very last persona, that's Hunger Arcana done. And I don't think that will give us anything to fuse. No. Next would be Aeon. Alright, to the best of our ability, we're also going to play a similar game with the Aeon personas, which is if we take Quetzalcoatl and Kushinada, we get ourselves a Raja Naga. If we were to take it with Ame no Uzume, we get Sati. However, this is a very easy way for these personas. Aeon personas are very, very difficult to fuse. They're not straightforward at all in the way that you go about it. Like, if you take like I think it's a chariot. If you have a star persona that's the highest level and like you take a double chariot or something, you can get yourself an Aeon. But I mean, just look how often, or rather how not often, Aeon personas show up on our search page. They just almost never show up. Even we have all those different types of personas, only a couple of them actually end up resulting in Aeon personas. So because we have some already, it's going to be way easier. Just like with Hunger. Hunger and Jester are the same way. Hunger/Jester. So if you have a couple Aeon personas, it's best to try to use those. It's probably going to end up being cheaper to use those as well. Now I'm thinking, yes, if I put the two of these together, I get myself Narcissus. That is beautiful. He is beautiful, which is kind of weird to say. But it's great, because now I'll be able to buy Ame no Uzume again, and then if I buy Kushinada, I can put the two of those together and get Raja Naga, which is the last, like, low-level Aeon persona that I need. After that, there's still Kingu and Lakshmi. However, I can fuse both of those. I'm thinking I happen to have Kaguya, who is the highest level Aeon persona. So if I was to take, like, Kaguya and Quetzalcoatl, I might be able to get a Lakshmi out of that. And if I can do that, then I could take Anima Freeze. No, I don't need that. I could take Kaguya and someone like maybe Kushinada Hime, which is the next lower persona below Quetzalcoatl, and I might be able to get Kingu out of it. We'll see. Otherwise, I might have to get creative with how we're going to be fusing here. But let's go back and let's buy ourselves some personas and just take a look. So, yeah, I need this persona right here, who is Raja Naga, which is... No, that's Sati, sorry. I'm going to buy Ame no Uzume. And then I'm also going to buy Kushinada, I believe I said? Yeah, that sounds right. And then Kaguya and Quetzalcoatl will definitely give me one of the two personas right in here. This one's Lakshmi and this one's Kingu. So if this one gives me Lakshmi, which I actually don't think it's going to. I think it's going to give me Kingu. So I might have to get clever with how I fuse Lakshmi. No, I don't want to search. I want to just do normal. I know what I'm doing. Kaguya, it does just give me Kingu. I was afraid of that. All right. But Ame no Uzume and Kushinada gives me Sati. It's also interesting to note, however, that Ame no Uzume plus Narcissus gives you nothing. Because there's when you do same fusions, it rounds down to the lowest level persona, and there's no Aeon personas lower level than Narcissus and Amenozume. And it never ever rounds up. So we have to do it this way to fuse Sati. But that's okay. And I'm gonna get Kingu out of it anyway. So yeah, we're gonna have to get clever with Lakshmi. But other than that, we're right at the end here now. Hey Sati, you are literally on fire. Not figuratively on fire. Right, Croffery. What am I even looking at these skills for? They're like level 30 skills. And Maragion, yes. Things I'm extremely concerned about. Alright, Diorama, you get out of here. Okay, then I can knock out Kingu right now with the personas that I have as well. Kaguya, yeah, Kaguya and Quetzalcoatl will give me Kingu. Dines and Kajas. And sure, you can have Automataru, I guess. Again, we're level 99, this is level 58 persona. It seems like it's a really high level, like at least a somewhat high level. Still not really something we're concerned about. I mean, for the most part, the personas we'll be using will be in their 80s and 90s at this point. No Panic, no Poison. Not a very promising moveset that this guy's learning so far. Vicious Strike isn't terrible for that level, but it's also not great. And his strength really isn't there to match it. And then he learns Endure, which, if you're dying a lot, can be helpful, but it's kind of a waste of a skill if you're not going to be dying. Alright, Kingu. So that leaves me with Lakshmi. Hopefully this works. What I'm looking at is a Hermit plus a Strength plus a higher level Moon to equal Lakshmi. Whew. Good news. Dine, Secunda, Tarukaja. Okay. Hopefully this persona learns some interesting skills to make up for the confusion that it was to fuse it. Alright, Lakshmi, show me your moves. You are very pretty. I like your Starfy thingy. Looks like you're gonna be null to numerous things for a level 70. And you're gonna resist fire instead of being weak to it. That's not bad either. Get rid of that instead of Ice Break. Who needs Ice Break? And then you learn Amrita at 71. Alright, not terribly interesting, but not a terrible moveset either. Though a lot of that is because of what I gave it. Alrighty, well, until we max out Margaret's social link, that is all we can fuse. Take a look at our compendium. 99%. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Alright, so, next time on Let's Play Persona 4 Golden, I guess we'll be working on Margaret's social link with the 150,000 yen we have left. Not a bad estimate. That took, what, 1.6 million for the last, like, 20 personas, 15 personas or so? Not a terrible estimate. Alright, so, until next time, thank you guys so very much for watching this, and I hope you're having a fantastic day.